What's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Dubs Boxing. In this video, I want to break down the 130-pound division for the females women's boxing. It's crazy. It's the best division in women's boxing, and I want to touch on the key fighters, the champions, the contenders. We're going to get all into it. All right, so the first fight I want to touch on, IBF champion Mave Hamadouch. She's 21 and 1, 17 KOs. She's a pressure fighter, pressure style. Come forward. She's short. She's like 5'4", something like that. Throwing a lot of hooks, body shots. You know what I'm saying? I know she got a lot of knockouts, but she's not really a big puncher. But she wears you down with activity and volume, and she breaks girls down. She's very strong. She's very tough. She got some good wins over Sanchez, former world champion, Anais Sanchez, Salinas. You know what I'm saying? She beat her for the title. Overnoff, she ran through her. Perez, she ran through her. So she's probably the toughest matchup right now, and probably the best bet. And you probably can say she's number one in the division right now, because she's tough and she got a high work rate. But shoot, any matchup with all these ladies would be good fights. So that's the IBF champion, Mave Hamadouch. All right, now the next fight I want to touch on. We just seen her in action last Friday. Terry Harper, you know what I'm saying, the WBC champion and the IBO champion, 10-0, 1 draw, 5 knockouts. Harper is a very good, technically sound fighter, good balance, you know what I'm saying. She can go to the body. She got a good straight right hand and a jab. She's the youngest champion in the division, and she can fight now. She can fight. She's still learning on the job. She had a tough fight with Natasha Jonas, which I felt like Jonas should have got the decision. But it was a good fight nonetheless. I wasn't mad at the draw because it was a close fight, but I felt like Jonas won that fight. So she got a lot to learn. She can come back, you know what I'm saying, be better, and especially learn how to fight on the inside, because Natasha Jonas was winning that battle, and that's something she's going to have to learn how to do. But her best wins against Eva Wallstrom. She took the WBC off of her. So, you know what I'm saying, she's a good young fighter though. You know what I'm saying? She got a lot of room for improvement. So, you know what I'm saying, I still like her as a fighter. All right, the next champion, Eva Bradniska. She's the WBO champion out of Poland, 19-0, 2 knockouts, so she's undefeated. She got good size. She about 5'8", 5'9", long arms, got a lot of length, can box. She let her hands go too. She can make the fight kind of ugly because she do like to clinch a lot, and she do not fight on the inside. But she's a good fighter. She's been winning a lot of her fights kind of close. Maybe like the last 2 or 3, or maybe 2 out of 3 fights was close. She had a close fight with Lucas Matisse's sister, Edith Matisse. She had a close fight with Perez, and that's the fighter that Mave Hamadouch ran through. So, you know what I'm saying? And she's about 35, 36, so the clock is ticking a little bit, but she's a decent fighter. She has a mandatory against Michaela Mayer, and I'm gonna touch on her later too. So, I mean, you know, all these ladies starting to fight each other, which is a good thing. And definitely we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? That fight should be made pretty soon, so I'm looking forward to that. All right, so to the next champion. Now this one, she's kind of under the radar. Not a lot of fans know her, but this is Choi, the WA champion. She's been champion since her pro debut. She won a title on her pro debut at 126 pounds. Then she, you know what I'm saying, got the title at 130. So she's been champion forever. You know what I'm saying? She's a good fighter though. 17-0, 4 knockouts. Very technically skilled. Can box. She know her way around the ring. She can fight. You know what I'm saying? She got good ring generalship, but she's just inactive, a little bit too inactive to me. And she hasn't fought the best fighters. Her best win was back in 2011, and she kind of obscured. Not a lot of people heard of her, and you know what I'm saying, she's just off the radar. So we'll see. She's supposed to have a fight with Mave Hamadouch in February, but that fight got canceled because of COVID-19. So that would have been a big unification for the division. All right, on to the next, Michaela Mayer, the WBO mandatory, 13-0, 5 knockouts, tall, rangy. 5'9", 5 foot. Look like she was taller than 5'9". She got a good jab, good right hand. She dropped a lot of her opponents with that right hand early. Coming off a dominant performance against Helen Joseph, where a lot of people thought that'd be her toughest test, but she passed with flying colors. She's probably the biggest star in the division. Very marketable. We're top ranked. Got a good team behind her. Coach Al Mitchell and Kay Karoma, and she got a lot of support. You know what I'm saying? And she's just one of the best fighters. She's probably the most well-rounded fighter in the division. She can fight from the outside, inside. She can bang with you. She can box. She can use movement. She do a lot of good things in the ring, and she's probably the most talented in the division. But she's just waiting to get her opportunity, and the WBO ordered her versus Bradniska, and that should be next. So that's one definitely look out for. Good fighter, good fighter. All right, the next fight I want to touch on is the WBC interim champion, mandatory for Terry Harper. That's Katharina Sanders, you know what I'm saying, from Norway. She lives in Spain, 13-0, 2 knockouts, you know what I'm saying. Good fighter. Ain't afraid to mix it up. She can box. She kind of remind me of Katie Taylor just a little bit, but not as fast. Not with the footwork. She got good hand speed, but she don't got the footwork like Katie. But if you see her fight, she kind of reminds you of her. You know what I'm saying? If you look, you know what I'm saying. But she can fight though. So she should be next for Terry Harper. You know what I'm saying? She is the mandatory. We'll see. I'm not sure if Terry Harper gonna run it back with Jonas right off the break. And the WBC got their convention in a couple of days, so we'll see what happens with them if they order Sanders versus Harper. So that should be the next fight. All right, so next fight I want to touch on, Natasha Jonas, 9-1-1, 7 KOs, southpaw, good amateur, coming off that tough defeat versus Terry Harper. I thought she won. She's 36, so the clock is ticking. Hopefully she get a rematch down the line, but she can get a fight with any of these ladies and make a good scrap. All right, next fighter, Tiara Brown. She's the NABO champion, so that's in the WBO. 10-0, 6 KOs. Good, well-rounded boxer. Got some good skills. She can fight. You know what I'm saying? She had an amateur rivalry with Michaela Mayer, so you know what I'm saying. She been in with good competition and all that good stuff. She can fight. You know what I'm saying? Kind of under the radar. But once she get her opportunity, I'm sure she'll shine. The next fighter, Alicia Baumgartner, 9-1, 6 KOs. Probably the biggest puncher on this list, to be honest. Very aggressive. She like to bang, but she can box. She only got one defeat to Christina Lenartu, and that was a close fight. You know what I'm saying? A couple years ago, and she can fight. She's strong, athletic. You know what I'm saying? I want to see her get tested though, because she really haven't had the biggest competition. And then the next fighter, kind of obscure too. Not a lot of people probably heard of her, but she's from France, Evelyn Mclehead. She's a former WBC interim champion, 14-0, only 2 knockouts, so not a big puncher, but she's a technically skilled boxer. You know what I'm saying? Got good defense, got low opposition, but I would kind of put her still in that top 10. I think she's, you know what I'm saying, she's talented. And that rounds out my top 10. It is a couple of other fighters that probably like French, like outside the top 10. There's some good fighters like Ronnika Jeffrey. I think she's a good fighter. She should be WBC champion. I thought she beat Wallstrom pretty easy. You know what I'm saying? So over and off, she's like a gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a young fighter, you want to get that, you know, get some experience, you fight her. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So that's my breakdown right there, man. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with another one.